Hi. So today I'm going to be listening to How Can I Be Sure by David Cassidy for the first time. I, of course, know David Cassidy, but I don't think I know this song. So let's listen together.
How can I be sure
Oh no.
in a world that's constantly changing? How can
Okay.
I be
No,
sure
I know this song.
where I stand with you?
Oh, David, you're really going for
Whenever
it.
whenever I'm away from you, I wanna die, 'cause you know I wanna stay with you. How do I know?
Yeah.
Maybe you're trying to use me, flying too high, confuse me. Touch me, but don't take me down. Whenever I'm away from you,
Oh dear.
my alibi is telling people I don't care for you. Maybe I'm just hanging around with my head upside down. It's a pity I can't seem to find someone who's as pretty and lovely as you. How can I be sure? I really wanna know. Really wanna know.
We all
Cause
do.
we're together we'll see it much better. I love you forever. You know that I can be free. How can I be sure in a world that's constantly changing? How can I be sure in a world that's constantly changing? How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I be sure? I really wanna know. How can I? How can I? How can I? I really wanna know. I really wanna know. How can I? How can I? How can I? How can I be sure? I really wanna know. How can I? How can I? How
Yeah. Okay. Oh boy. You know what? I really feel for him because, like, if I was a performer and somebody took me out to like the middle of a football field and there were these huge, like, top of the pop, like, letters, and they were like, here's what we want you to do. You're just going to be walking back and forth. And I wanted to feel like you're real, like, just, I mean, that is an almost impossible job that he was given. And here's your outfit. Look, David. So I will say, given what you were given to work with, not bad. Not bad. I feel like that's a Burt Bacharach song. If it's not, it's definitely somebody who is Burt Bacharach adjacent. Um, yeah. David Cassidy obviously is one of these sort of like crossover artists. Like, I think he was more, well, no. I mean, kind of he was a crossover artist in the sense that, like, he was really famous for being on the Partridge Family, the show, and then I guess he was no, I guess his brother was on the Hardy Boys, but I think David Cassidy was like a TV star and also a singer, very much like of that '70s boy, not boy band in like the '90s sense, but sort of a pop star, but in the sense of like popular culture, not just music. Um, and I think, like, I feel like David Cassidy's career was very much controlled by other people. who wanted to produce like a perfect like teen idol. And so that's where these outfits and these songs and these performances come from. Like, again, David Cassidy does not seem to me to be like having the career that David Cassidy would necessarily want him to have, but having the career that maybe like a recording studio wants him to have. And so, like, I feel like he's trying to very sincerely and very meaningfully perform songs that are just not right for him. Like, that, he's too young to be singing that song. you know, like, I think somewhat you need to give a song like that to someone like Dionne Warwick or someone like Etta James or someone who could say something really interesting about that song. But, like, I don't know how old David Cassidy is. But like, what does he know about like being sure about things in a constantly changing world? Like, he doesn't know what it's like to have your life swept out from under you. What is he, 17? I don't know. Yeah. Is it a decent song? I mean, it's probably a great song. And is he a good singer? Obviously, he can sing. But like, this feels like a thing where someone gives a kid a song to cover. Um, and feels like people will eat this up, and sure they will, but like, I don't know. I'd love to hear what David Cassidy thought about recording this song at this point in his career. um I don't know. I think the only person who's done this really successfully is Wayne Newton, actually, who is a, I don't know how popular Wayne Newton was like in the UK, but he was kind of like this very odd, I would say, kind of like preternaturally gifted child who sang standards when he was like 13 or 14. I think a lot of people, when you just hear the vocal, think that he is a woman because his voice is so high and so pure. But I feel like he is someone who was able to sing songs that, like, why are you singing this as a 14-year-old? Like, this is ridiculous. But somehow his delivery was really, I don't know. I feel like he did it really well. Somehow he was born into the body of like a 50s lounge singer and just kind of stayed there until he himself became a 50s lounge singer. But that was not David Cassidy, who I think, I don't know. I don't know. This just felt like a really weird mismatch. And the visual, I think, is a good representation of like what's kind of off about David Cassidy singing this song as a teenager. So yeah, I didn't love it. I didn't love it. I wonder tell me how popular David Cassidy was. He was in the UK. He was a pretty big deal in the US. And I think was one of the first people to really be able to get like a lot of popularity in different fields at the same time. That was not typical. And I think like it took a few more decades for the United States to really come around on that. So yeah, I don't know. Wasn't great for me. But I'd love to hear your thoughts.